John Calvin, Epistolae, episode 50. Gemamus tamen, quoniam ecclesiae in commodis affici nos decet, sed hoc spe interia nos sustentemus, quod utcunque premamur ac vexemur inter magnos fluctus non tamen opprimemur. Let us groan, nevertheless, because by the sufferings of the church we ought to be affected. But by this hope, meanwhile, let us sustain ourselves or hold ourselves up, that even though we are pressed down and we are harassed amidst great waves, magnos fluctus, nevertheless, tamen, we shall not be overwhelmed. This is a beautiful and fairly simple sentence. Gemamus, this is a first plural, present subjunctive active from the third conjugation verb gemo, gemere. This first plural here is being used as a hortatory subjunctive, that is an independent subjunctive that's giving a command in the first person. First person command. Let us groan, however. Why? Quoniam through nos decet. Because, now we have ecclesiae, feminine, singular, and genitive, put right at the front because there's the emphasis. Then in commodis, this is going to be a neuter, plural, ablative. It's an ablative of instrument, ablativus instrumenti, and it's being used here as a substantive. So it's the adjective in commodus but here used as a noun. Because by the church's sufferings or disadvantages, affici nos decet, we ought to be affected. Decet here is a second conjugation verb, and it's used impersonally. It is fitting, and then the subject of decet is affici nos. Affici is a present infinitive passive from the verb afficere, and nos, of course, must be masculine plural accusative. I say accusative to be the subject of the infinitive affici. But, said, hoc spe, by this hope. This is a feminine singular ablative of instrument. Space is a fifth declension noun, space, spei, like so, and it's feminine. But by this hope, meanwhile, nos, now whereas nos here was accusative as the subject of the infinitive, nos here is masculine plural accusative as the object of the finite verb sustentemus. Sustentemus is first plural. It's a present subjunctive active. It is another hortatory subjunctive, and so it is like gemamus. Let us groan, let us hold ourselves up, because no matter how, utcunque, we are overwhelmed, premamur, and we are vexed, we are disturbed. So both of these are passives. They are not deponents, they're simply passives. And they're both, well, the first one, premamur, is a third conjugation verb, premere, and the second one here, vexemur, is a first conjugation verb, vexare. So the presence of the e here means subjunctive, and of the a here means subjunctive. Because no matter how, utcunque, we are pressed down and disturbed, inter magnos fluctus. The preposition inter plus the accusative case, so magnos fluctus, masculine plural accusative, fluctus, of course, being a fourth declension noun. So even though all of that is the case, nevertheless, non opprimemur, we shall not be overwhelmed. This is now a future indicative. This is from the verb opprimo, opprimere, and so this is a first plural, future indicative, and passive. So a large number of first plurals here, but this is the first one that is indicative. We have gemamus, which is subjunctive. We have sustentemus, which is subjunctive. Premamur, which is subjunctive. Vexemur, which is subjunctive. And then finally, we have opprimemur, which is indicative. So again, this is nice style, the way this is put together.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that free lesson. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/LatinPerDiem. And if you really love it, you can leave a tip right here as a super fan. Thank you so much.